Hey, okay, something a little different for today's video. I am going to talk about craft books, specifically knitting books today, and then I will do another video focusing on crochet. Now I'm new to knitting and I basically only know two stitches, and that's the basic knit stitch, and I'm like completely forgotten it, and what's the other one where you go purl stitch. Um, but for what I've been making, that's all I needed to know so far, so that's okay. And I have managed to make a few things, and I will show you that. So the first book I'm going to talk about today is Learn to Knit, Love to Knit by Anna Wilkinson. Now this was recommended to me by a friend who is a very good knitter, and so I really wanted her advice on what would be good for me as a beginner, and this has some really beautiful patterns in it. Now I mainly bought it for the wrist warmers that you can see on the front of the book, but it also has some other cute things. I really like these hats. And it just has some other stuff in here, like little jumpers and tops, just sort of simple things, scarves. I really like these scarves. They have like, and matching gloves with pom-poms on. But yeah, like I said, the only thing I've made so far is the wrist warmers. I found the pattern pretty easy to follow, although I had to stop and ask my friend halfway through what was the right side and what was the wrong side of the knitting, but I think that's just like a newbie thing. I'm sure like it will get easier for me, but apart from that, you know, I've found it really easy. One thing I couldn't follow was at the very beginning of the book. It gives you sort of how-tos on different stitches, and how to cast on and just your basics, and for some reason I just can't follow them when they're in book form, so I've had to learn to knit via watching YouTube videos, what I really think is the best way to do it, because you can pause and then repeat it again, and a lot of people will record their videos using extra large needles and big yarns. It's so easy to follow. I definitely recommend you watching those videos, just searching Learn How to Knit on YouTube basically. There's loads and loads of really good ones out there. Because I just couldn't pick it up when it was just the diagrams for some reason. But seeing it in motion, and you view it as if it was your hand, it really helps make you understand where the needles are meant to go. I find knitting a little tricky because I already know how to crochet, so my mind kept wanting to do a crochet stitch and work the yarn a very different way to how you work it, and also holding two needles instead of just one hook, it's very different. And yeah, I'm sure I knit terribly, to be honest. I have to drop the needles when I'm like going over, and I don't know, but I managed to make some things. So most of the stuff I made I don't have with me right now. I made gifts and gave them away, but the one gift that I still have is the wrist warmers that I made for my friend, and I made these with like glitter yarn. I don't know if that's showing up. It's all sparkly. Now I know it's the middle of summer, but it is Britain, so I mean even as I speak it is starting to rain, so yeah, you need wrist warmers all year round basically. But yeah, that sort of gives you an idea. Um, these were pretty easy to make. I did find the ribbing part tricky going at first, and I think there's a little mistake I made here. Sorry Kate, whose wrist warmers these are. Uh, but once I got onto the knit one row, purl one row, I was flying along and it's fine. But yeah, just the ribbing part took me, I think, about 5 tries to go in the end, but these are all things I think, you know, if I'm new to it, it's going to be difficult. Okay, 2 other books I have on knitting are way out of my ability range right now, but I bought them because they're just awesome. Now, it's one thing, I love a novelty jumper. Christmas comes around, I cannot wait to put on my Rudolph jumper, or like the Father Christmas one, and if it's got, just, I love it. And I've got cat jumpers, just, oh. So when I saw this, I had to get it. So this is by Giles Brandreth. If you are in the UK, you probably will know who he is. I think he was like a TV presenter in the 80s, and then he was a Tory MP, so I don't agree with his politics, but yes. And then he went, I think he's also an author, and, well, obviously, but like of a book author sort of thing rather than craft. And I think if you know him now, you probably best recognise him if you watch, is it QI or Have I Got News for You? He's often the guest on those shows. But he's quite kooky, I guess. But yeah, he loves a novelty jumper too, and there's some really good ones in here. Lovely Joanna Lumley, who doesn't love her, honestly. And a cat jumper, yay, because you can never have too many cat jumpers. I have so many cat jumpers. I have one that's gorgeous, but it's made out of like this really fluffy wool, and I can't wear real wool. I have to use acrylics, so I can't wear the thing, but it's gorgeous and I can't get rid of it because it's just too amazing. It's a massive cat jumper. You can't get rid of cat jumpers. So I just get it out and look at it every now and then. Oh, so pretty. Banana jumper, because we all want a banana jumper. But what really made me want to buy this one was, if I can find it, I've even got it bookmarked. Why is it just not? There we go. How amazing is that? I really want to make that jumper, but I wouldn't even know where to start. Doing that book made me search online to see if they had any more, and they have this one. This one's from the 80s and it is just fantastic. Again, same author. Some of the same jumpers are in this, but yeah, it's just full of like very 80s celebrities. I mean, Matthew Kelly's in this. Oh yeah, it's just so cheesy. Do you remember her? I think she was on Playdays. I'm hoping, you know, people of my age will remember that if you're in the UK. If not, you know, younger viewers, don't make me feel old. I don't know who she is. But anyway, just so cheesy and fantastic. And I hope to be able to make some of these as well, because there's some more good cat ones. And yeah, if you know of any really cheesy jumper books, please send me the links to them. I just like looking through them, even if I'm never able to make them. I think they're just fabulous things to like have and to look through. It's just, oh, they're so fantastic. So yeah, that was that one. And the other, this is sort of a mix of knitting, and I think there's a few crochet patterns in here too. And the main reason I bought this is because I have an obsession, and that obsession is for hot dogs. If you follow my Instagram, you'll see that every time I go out and there is a place with a hot dog stall, I will get that hot dog. I love a hot dog. And look at this. Isn't it just the best thing? I mean, I'm not even sure how many balls of yarn that would take, and probably months of knitting to make that, because it's huge. But I want to make it, and I will eventually. I will make a start and I will make this ginormous hot dog. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do progress video or something. Be like, here's the hot dog. I mean, just the amount of stuffing that I'd have to buy for this as well. It's ridiculous, but it is amazing. But I think they have a Stitch England version of this, but this one's the New York one, so it's all, I think it might be New York artists, and obviously just little iconic things. The Empire State Building knitted, and just little American stuff. Little fireman. Oh, I think there was a cockroach that I really liked. I guess to people in New York, Sums Up New York was a bit glum, but yeah, he's really cute if I can find him. Look at him! Isn't he the sweetest thing? I kind of want to make him, and then maybe I should make him and then review Kafka as well, Kafka's Metamorphosis, and be like, cockroach, Kafka. If you've read it, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, I now just sound a little bit mental, but it's okay. But don't you think he's adorable? I'm glad we don't get cockroaches over here much. Or at least not like the big ones, anyway. As much as I think they're cute, I think that would terrify me. Anyway, that is it for my craft video on knitting. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any recommendations or any questions on knitting, I will try and help, or at least point you in the direction of someone who knows better. Okay, that's it for today, and I will see you next with a crochet video. Bye!